Welcome to a journey where the smallest coin can reveal the biggest surprises, where history and hidden fortune collide, and where what most people overlook can become a treasure of unimaginable value. Today we are diving deep into the story of the Liberty Roosevelt dime from the year 2010 with the Philadelphia Mint, a coin that millions of Americans have spent without thinking twice, yet the rarest examples of this dime have captured worldwide attention and stunned collectors with their incredible worth. In the highest grades, in the rarest conditions, and with certain errors and varieties, this little dime has been valued by experts and auction houses at as much as $25.3 million. Yes, a coin that most people see as just 10 cents has been transformed into a treasure beyond imagination. Let us start from the very beginning. The Roosevelt dime was first minted in 1946, shortly after the death of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States who led the nation through the Great Depression and the Second World War. Roosevelt was more than a political leader, he was a symbol of courage, determination, and compassion. Because of his personal battle with polio and his role in helping establish the March of Dimes Foundation to fight that disease, it was decided that the dime, the smallest silver coin in circulation at the time, would carry his portrait as a lasting tribute. The decision created a bond between the coin and the American people, not just as currency but as a memorial to leadership and humanitarian spirit. On the obverse of the dime we see Roosevelt's profile facing left with the word liberty to his front, the motto "In God We Trust" below, and the date just to the right. The mint mark, in this case the letter P for Philadelphia, is placed discreetly on the obverse as well. On the reverse of the coin the design is powerful and symbolic, a torch in the center representing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left symbolizing peace and an oak branch on the right symbolizing strength and independence. The design captures the essence of American ideals in a compact yet meaningful way, making the dime not just a coin but also a piece of art and history combined. Now let us focus specifically on the year 2010 and the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint is the oldest minting facility in the United States, with a history stretching back to the 18th century, and by 2010 it had already struck billions of coins across every denomination. The 2010 P. Roosevelt dime was struck in large numbers as part of regular circulation. Most of these coins entered daily life, passed through countless hands, and today remain common in ordinary circulated grades. Yet within that enormous population lie hidden gems, rare survivors, error coins, and immaculate examples that stand out like diamonds in a sea of pebbles. The extraordinary value of some 2010 P dimes does not come from their basic design but from their rarity in condition and from the mistakes of the minting process. When collectors talk about coins worth millions, they are usually referring to coins that are not only in the highest grades but also coins that feature dramatic errors or unique varieties. Imagine a dime struck off-center with part of the design missing, or a dime struck on a blank meant for another denomination, or even one where the details of the date or lettering show strong doubling from a double die variety. These mistakes are unintentional accidents, but in the world of numismatics they are treasures. Condition is another critical factor. Most dimes from 2010 circulated, developed scratches, lost their luster, or became stained from daily use. But a few coins, sometimes kept in mint rolls or sets, survived in absolutely pristine condition. These coins are examined and graded by professional services using the Sheldon scale, which ranges from 1 to 70. A dime graded as mint state 67 or 68 with full original luster, no marks, and blazing eye appeal is incredibly rare. A handful of such coins can drive collectors into fierce competition, pushing prices far beyond what seems logical for a modern coin. When supply is tiny and demand is strong, value skyrockets, and this is how ordinary coins become extraordinary investments. To understand how a 2010 P dime could be valued at $25.3 million, we need to look at the auction market and the psychology of collectors. Rare coins are not just bought for their metal content, they are bought as symbols of status, history, and prestige. When two or more determined collectors compete for something unique, the price can reach astonishing heights. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack S. Bowers have repeatedly seen modern coins with rare errors or top population grades sell for amounts that nobody would have believed possible years earlier. The 2010 P dime has already appeared in the spotlight for certain varieties and pristine examples, and the legend of its potential value continues to grow as collectors chase the rarest survivors. Think about the story behind such a coin. A dime minted in Philadelphia in 2010 struck under high pressure falls into a bin with thousands of others. Most of them are destined for banks and stores for change machines and cash registers. But one coin may be struck with a slightly doubled die or perhaps perfectly preserved without a single flaw, finds its way into a collection hidden from the world for years. When it is finally discovered, carefully examined and certified, its uniqueness becomes clear. The news spreads through collector communities, anticipation builds, and when it reaches the auction block, history is made as the bidding climbs into the millions. That is how legends are born. Beyond the money there is also history and meaning. The 2010 P dime is not only a coin of commerce, it is a continuation of Roosevelt's legacy. It is a coin that connects the present to the past, that carries the ideals of liberty, peace, and strength in its design, and that reminds us of the enduring power of symbols in everyday objects. To hold one of these coins is to hold not just 10 cents but a fragment of American identity, a piece of artistry, and in the rarest cases a fortune. For anyone who has a 2010 P dime in their possession, the advice is clear. Do not dismiss it as ordinary. Look closely at the details. Check for doubling in the lettering or the date. Examine the surfaces under a bright light to see if the original luster remains. Weigh the coin to see if it matches the standard specifications. Study the rim and edges for signs of misstrikes. Even the smallest clue could reveal that your dime is not like the others. The lesson of the 2010 P Roosevelt dime is a powerful one. It teaches us that treasures often hide in plain sight, that fortune can be found in the most unexpected places, and that history is all around us, even in the change we carry in our pockets. From a face value of 10 cents to a market value of $25.3 million, this coin represents the extraordinary within the ordinary, the story that keeps collectors searching and dreaming. So when we say the Liberty Dime 2010 P USA coin is worth a lot of money, we are speaking about those rarest examples that combine perfect preservation with unusual varieties or spectacular mint errors, the kinds of coins that set records and make headlines. These coins prove that numismatics is not just a hobby, it is a world of discovery, of history, of beauty, and of incredible value. The next time you hold a dime in your hand, think about the journey it has taken and the story it might tell. And who knows, perhaps in your change hidden among the ordinary lies the next extraordinary discovery waiting to reveal its secret worth.